It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be Louisville going up against Fort Worth. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And it's going to be Louisville off the tip. To the paint. And Gasol slams it in.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
And Gasol slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Giannis. Shot clock at 6. And really deep three that time.
Well, that's pretty amazing accuracy on ball shot. You see a lot of young guys operating from deeper and deeper range. He's one of them.
Outside for Davis. Back to Wade. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Outside Roy. And here's Davis for 3. Rebound by Brandon Roy.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Here's Roy. Moves back up. Hefty move. And it's Davis laying it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates. AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
And Ball slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And then Roy with the jam.
A crazy athlete. Roy excels in the open floor.
Ball with it. He has 5. Loads it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Now, here's Gasol. Pass to Davis. Outside Roy. In the corner, Battier with it. Tries from 16. And it's Davis missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Roy doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Ball. Outside Roy. Back to Giannis. There's a screen by Robinson. Outside Roy. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Force lead by 4. And the And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Fort Worth.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
You also have to admire how they challenge the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint. All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
You know, you don't like the foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets a tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it.
Here's George. Pass to Wembanyama. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Austin Reeves picks one up.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Reeves into the lane. Porter with it. Picked up by Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Fort Worth leading by 4. On deep, Reeves. The putback. High over the top. Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
A nice shot by Granger. Granger's got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here's Reeves outside. Cans it from downtown.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hasn't made one yet. Wembanyama with the rebound. Back to Reeves. Fort Worth moving the ball around. From outside the arc. Another 3 for Fort Worth.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Here's Reeves. 6 points for him. Here's Wembanyama. Again, Fort Worth.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Reeves outside. There's the pick. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Now Reeves. There's the lob to Jackson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No scoring in this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. Gasol. And it's sent back by George.
George is versatile defensively, can guard multiple positions, and that versatility allows him to block some shots, too.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so that's the end of the first half. Fort Worth ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the force. And to get open is Robinson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Davis.
Well, I tell you, I like Ball's mental makeup for such a young guy. Plays with patience and the wisdom of a 10-year vet. He produces in every area.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Good on both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Three-pointer. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Louisville trails by 14. Stolen by Ball. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond. Brandon Roy with the lovely dish.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Ball with it. Picked up by Davis. Here's Antetokounmpo. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
Look, we know Giannis can get it done inside. Defense will have to try much harder to stop him in there. You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Fort Worth leading by 11. Roy, that's a two-pointer. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Roy's got 5.
One of Roy's specialties is the catch and shoot. Outstanding in that regard.
Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
Substitution on the court.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
There's a screen by Robinson. For 3, Roy. And he's good on the 3 ball.
3 points.
Roy's got the lead up to 14 now for the Force.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Misi. Over Robinson. Misi's shot is good. He's got 8.
And the awareness on display there. Wade has a great understanding of when to be in attack mode and when to facilitate.
Here's Leonard. Nice move. Leonard chewing him up inside.
Timeout. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Louisville trails by 14. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Roy with the rebound. Ball feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Claw getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
On the wing, Doncic. And now ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Roy fires from way outside. The kick out to Ball. Messi grabs the rebound. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Back to Granger. All alone. On the wing, Granger. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And it's 6 points for Danny Granger.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammates.
Giannis left side. With 1 on the clock. And that one hits back iron. And it's Fort Worth in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Doncic with it. Davis sets a screen. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense. And when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty.
Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Fort Worth. They led by as many as 18 points. Up top, Porter. Back to Reeves. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. It's Porter outside. Pass to Jackson. Outside, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got his first points of the game. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle for the force.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Louisville trails by 18. Down low. Poke loose. And stolen by Leonard. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
Outside Roy. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Fort Worth. George, no good. Wade drives in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, and speed and strength coming together for Wade on that
drive. And the second free throw, good.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
From deep, Reeves. Nisi grabs the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like it, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Personal foul. First team foul. In for Fort Worth.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
.116 left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Releases. Fort Worth with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so the ball out of bounds. Reeves touched it last. Stolen by George. Outside Leonard. A 3-ball. A shot that time, not on target. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nobody near Granger. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Right side, Leonard. Towns, the screen. To the right side. Over Reeves. And that one's good. Towns.
Towns is money off the catch and shoot.
Granger from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Here's Reeves. From deep, George. Nisi grabs the rebound. And here's Louisville. They're on an 11-2 run. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. And he trims the lead to single digits. And here is Fort Worth now. Towns way outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And the rejection by Giannis. So Fort Worth wins it. This was a very strong. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And it's Fort Worth to start out. Outside Roy.
I got him.
Outside Ball. To the middle. Robinson. Rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
And the shot goes in.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And then Roy with the jam.
Man, Roy can fly.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Boy, the timing, the leaping ability that Dwayne Wade has, he says to that weak effort.
Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And now Fort Worth on the break. And taken away by Roy. Battier outside. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Roy can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Robinson. Screen by Leonard. It's deflected.
A really smart defender. Battier positions himself really good there for the block.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. For 3, Roy. Fort Worth with another miss.
2 minutes remaining.
Inside. And it's set back by Leonard. Now here's Roy. Lets it go with the 3. Kept alive. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Oh, Giannis getting the defender to bite. That's a patient move, earning himself a trip to the line.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Myteam. Reeves outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Ball. To the wing right side. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. The trade. And the rebound goes to Louisville. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Thompson. Good D by Giannis.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass the ball. Fort Worth moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Roy from outside. Connects from three-point range. Roy's got 5.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That's going to send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outside Porter. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Louisville leads by only 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And Louisville, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
Substitution for Louisville. Number 16, Pau Gasol.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Down low. Kicks it out to Granger. 4 on the shot clock. Moves back up. And he banks in the layup. Gasol's got the lead up to 4 now for Louisville.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards. Just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Jackson, outside for George. Jackson with the screen. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. High post, Davis. Pass to Gasol. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here we go, one-on-one. And Jackson throws it down.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
Wade outside. To the inside. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And here we go. Fort Worth running again. 2 points. That one goes. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Fort Worth.
They're really fucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You've also got to love how their defense has been contesting so far, denying shooters to this point.
And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Outside, Davis. On the wing, Reeves. It's Battier on the wing. Over Porter. Will not go. This is off the front eye. Pass to Jackson. A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Again, Fort Worth.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
To end the run. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Oh, and the pump had the D jumping on that one. Davis just too good.
He hits both from the stripe.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And this is what you want to see. Myteam attacking with authority inside.
Right side, Roy. Davis sets a screen. Roy goes in.
A willingness to get physical. Roy takes the hit and still gets off the shot.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good.
Brandon Roy. 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Now, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing. And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. The Force able to retain possession here.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tackling. 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Stolen by Robinson. Pass to Leonard. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Giannis has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Force. Outside Roy. And it's Wade penetrating. And it's Wade with the jam.
The youngster showing no fear on his way in. Wade there with the nice finish.
Gasol with the steal. Roy, that's a two-pointer. Roy with the block. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession. Here's Roy. 5 points in the game. Bangs home the trifecta. Roy's got 8. Outside Roy. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Launches a 3. Takes it out to Leonard. Outside ball. Stolen by Wade. Plays it in off the breakaway. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
You know, teams are going to have to watch out for Wade in the open floor. He gets up court in a heartbeat.
Roy with it. Picked up by Davis. Roy with the block. And so it looks like it'll still be Fort Worth's ball.
Substitution for Louisville. Number 77, Luka Doncic.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. 5 to shoot. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
Here's Roy. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's Louisville with it, trailing by 4. 6 on the shot clock. Louisville needs to get off a shot. Granger misses.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Ball no good. And Reeves has got the ball here for Louisville. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now Ball hasn't made one yet. Inside, Robinson. Back to Ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Misi's shot is good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
On deep, Reeves. Robinson pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Leonard. Leonard chewing him up inside.
So many advantages Kawhi Leonard has when he's inside. Size, power, strength. To the cup he goes.
Down low. Here's Granger. It's hauled in by Fort Worth. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Fort Worth shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. Oh, Giannis parachutes in for the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Roy from outside. Good on the 3-point shot. And now it's a 12-point force lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Reeves. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
I'm doing my all for you, and you were just letting us with us. But one thing I know, my money is small for you, so you better sound it hurt for right. I'm releasing 10 tonight. I'm running Rick Harris tonight. Yeah, I'm counting the bands tonight. Yeah, that rain tonight. Yeah, I'll get in the 10 today. I'm getting.
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor.
Here we go.
Here's Petrovic to the middle. Here's Bradley.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Here's Wade. Jacks up a three. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Nowitzki. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Gasol. Here's Battier. Knocks down the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Nowitzki. Shoots a fadeaway. And it's Battier with a rebound. First quarter of play, a minute in. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. And Louisville hits again from deep.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pass to Roy. And Louisville hits again from deep.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Petrovic shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Davis. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
I'm going to be honest. Anthony Davis could do this all night. Inside the paint, his frame just gives him too much of an advantage.
Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Louisville with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Gasol. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Petrovic. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
It's his first trip to the line. And he drops it first.
Line for the away team. Brandon Roy taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Here's Nowitzki. Pass to Havlicek. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Here's Maravich. Shot clock at 5. The three-pointer off the mark. Louisville leading by 11. Here's Roy. On the wing, Wade. There's the triple. The rebound by Nowitzki. Fires the 3. Excellent D there from Davis. Louisville with the ball. Some momentum. A 15-2 run underway. Oh, nice shot by Havlicek.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Davis from long range. And again, it's Louisville missing. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Petrovic. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Knocked away.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Shepard. Down low. Here's Sloan. Off with the layup.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And so it's Louisville leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Louisville, what do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And here's Shepard for 3. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Louisville leading by 6. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Great positioning on the putback.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's SGA. Here's Sloan. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Right wing. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Bird, that's good. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Pass to Thompson. Back to Reeves. Going inside. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. .157 left in the first half. To the inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
Pass to Maravich. Now here's Gasol. Inside. Here's Buzelis. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Buzelis has got 7 points.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Back to Reeves. .59 seconds left in the second. Takes a 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Here's Korver. Yet to see a basket. Let's go with a 3. Granger grabs the miss. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Doncic on the take. It's tipped.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
To the paint. Here's Myteam. Lets the three fly. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. And here's the fast break. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Personal foul.
That free throw no good.
At the line, Larry Bird.
And the second free throw is good. Louisville leading by 6. On the wing, Wade. Doncic outside. Here's Gasol. That one's wide left.
Oh, man, that's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
They get it back.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half.
Defensive foul.
Louisville's shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Doncic. And so it's Louisville with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Louisville leading by 9. Here's Wade. Got a hand on it. Pass to Nowitzki.
The ball goes to the away team.
Louisville with the ball. Here's Roy. He takes it in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Here's Buzelis. 7 points in the game. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving. To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Here's Roy. Pass to Davis. Gasol. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Gasol the screen. Back to Wade. Takes the 3. Doesn't go that time.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Roy. He's got 7. And that one is stuffed right through.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Here's Petrovic. No good on the triple. Louisville leading by 12. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Davis. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Davis has got 5 points.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Pass to Gasol. Here's Petrovic. Gasol, the screen.
Ghetto slang, broken English. It's hard to crack the code and distinguish. The art before rap.